On April 26, 1986, in Pripyat, Ukraine, one of the worst disasters in human history unfolded, Chernobyl incident. What began as a routine safety test would turn into a catastrophe. Could that change the world forever? During that day, everything runs completely fine, and everyone doing their job. Inside the reactor, engineers were testing a safety system, but critical systems were turned off, and the reactor itself had a dangerous design flaw. Power began to rise uncontrollably. Within seconds, it was too late. An explosion tore through the reactor, releasing massive radiation into the atmosphere. Temperatures reached over 2,000 degrees Celsius. The nuclear core melted, turning into a lava-like substance. It burned through steel, through concrete, and deep beneath the reactor, it formed something terrifying. It was called the elephant's foot, a mass of melted nuclear fuel mixed with concrete and metal. At its peak, it emitted 10,000 roentgens per hour. That's about 100 sieverts, enough to kill a human in minutes. Radiation impact. 1 hour near it equals nearly 1 million X-rays. Just 1 second is like 270 X-rays. Within minutes, the human body begins to shut down. Radiation destroys cells, breaks DNA, and causes organs to fail from the inside. It's invisible but incredibly deadly. To contain the disaster, helicopters dropped sand, boron, and lead onto the reactor. The goal was to smother the fire and reduce radiation. The explosion killed 31 people in the immediate aftermath. But the real impact came later. Thousands more died from radiation exposure. But somehow they managed to control spreading the radiation. What will happen if they failed? The fire would continue burning, releasing massive radiation across Europe. And if the molten core reached water below, it could trigger a second explosion, up to 10 times more powerful. Large parts of Europe could become uninhabitable. Today, the remains still lie inside the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant, covered by a massive steel structure known as the new safe confinement. Radiation levels have decreased, but the danger still remains. Some radioactive materials will remain active for hundreds of years. The land around it is still largely uninhabitable. Nature has begun to reclaim the area, but the threat has not disappeared. Chernobyl was not just an accident. It was a combination of human error and flawed design, and it created one of the most dangerous objects ever known. The elephant's foot still exists, silent, unmoving, and still radioactive. A permanent reminder of what happens when control is lost. If you want to see more stories like this,